It's time for Gardening Inside Out, a live show offering you plant advice for any space in your life. Introducing your perennial hosts, David Bates and Josh Carey.
Hey, and welcome in, everybody. It's Saturday morning, the first Saturday morning of 2026, and it's time for Gardening Inside Out, coming to you from the palatial studios of the Green Room here at Bates Nursery and Garden Center.
You had a hard time getting that out.
I was choked up, David. I mean, it's the first one of 2026. I mean,
well, you know, and another year rolls in. By this time, we've all seen several. You and I, particularly me, have seen. This is my 70th New Year.
Wow.
I'm not quite 70 yet, but you know, if I continue on, chances are I'll make it. So, you know, I'm happy about that. Happy for the opportunity to get to be here today and be with you and be with all of our viewers. And it's quite
because they're the reason we're here, David. It's for the viewers. We do this for ourselves, you know, but you know, it's a good time, and you know, I enjoy it. Do you enjoy it?
I do enjoy it very much, and when my computer is doing that thing to me, so I'm.
You enjoy it much better when your computer works properly.
Yes, well, I don't know whether it's the computer or there we go.
Operator error, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I can be accused of I'm using a different computer than what I'm used to.
Yeah.
I'm a Mac guy, and I'm having to use Windows. It's all good. Let's look at the weather here. Today is Saturday, the 3rd of January, 2026.
Oof.
Let that sink in for a moment. Oof. We're going to have a pretty nice day today. Partly cloudy conditions, 47 degrees, 28 for the overnight low. Tomorrow, 50 degrees. 34 for the overnight lows, and mostly sunny. On Monday, 62 with a 49 overnight low, mostly sunny. So we roll into Tuesday, 63, 51, more clouds. And then Wednesday, clouds in earnest roll in. And we're going to have a slight chance of rain at the end of the day. Thursday, we're going to roll into some more prolonged showers throughout the day, maybe 2/3 of an inch of rain, and continuing on into Friday, but really mild conditions. And so, and next Saturday, it says 60, so we'll see if there's any truth to that at all. Let's check out our other links here. And we'll look at the radar. You see, there's cloud covers moving out. And quite a lot up in the upper Midwest and due east of us. So not too much here in Middle Tennessee. It's going to be improving conditions. 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook. And we're going to be above normal. And actually, most of the eastern U.S. will be somewhat above normal. The only exceptions are California, and they're probably happy about that because they've gotten some ridiculous amounts of rain in the last couple of weeks here at the weather station at Bates Nursery. Well, we've had a smidge of rain. It's showing 2/100 of an inch for the year. We've had 11/100 this week, so one of those strange things. We've had more this week than we've had this year. So, and it's 37 degrees here live from the Green Room at Bates Nursery in Music City. So we're glad to have.
Yeah, is 1100 actually a smidge, or is that more of a dab?
I think it's all a matter of what your point of view is, Josh. You know, it could be somewhere in between a smidge and a dab, but let me tell you what it's not. We've got two of our fine co-hosts, panelists, and experts extraordinaire, Caroline Gant, Austin Lowen, across the way here. Good morning, guys. Glad to have you in.
Tyler, am I? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Hey, good morning.
It's on.
We're here.
You're on.
Not
and
muted.
Speaking of Tyler Blankenship, capably producing our broadcast here every Saturday. Tyler, good morning to you. We'll see if the Tyler
Good
cam's gonna
morning.
come up
It's coming up. It's coming up. It's taking
we're
its
so
sweet
close.
time. Good morning.
There we
There
go.
he
It's
is.
been a technical, it's a very technical start to the new year here. We've had some challenges, but you know what?
It's a wham bam
We've
Saturday.
overcome
That's right.
We've overcome them. We are here and we're live. So always good to see you, Tyler. Thank you for getting us on the air once again. So we're
Piece of cake.
so now we're going to talk about Josh. I would say to you first. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you, sir.
How did your New Year's go? Did you manage to keep it within the lines and
Yeah,
Did you
walking
go
down the
out?
hallway at the house is not really hard to do. I mean,
Okay, well, good.
Uh-huh.
Glad to hear that.
I was very
that
disappointed,
hasn't-
though.
That
We-
hasn't
we-
always been the case.
this
for
is
either of
true.
us.
This is true. Now, I mean,
You
but
know,
that was
it's
back
amazing
when.
what time does. It kind of reprioritizes things. So,
Well, I mean, my biggest decision on whether or not what I was going to wear to the living room. I mean, I considered not even going, but I mean, it is
to the
what it-
living room.
to the living room. Yeah. So, how about you?
Well, I did not much.
Okay.
I enjoyed being at home myself, and so everything was very chill. I went to bed early.
Oh,
I've always got things to do. My brain never, although it appears to take breaks, it's always thinking about something. And so I kind of walked around, did some project listing on New Year's Day that we are currently working on, and other little details associated with that. So, that's normally the case.
Yeah.
But Caroline, Austin, how about you guys?
I had a good one.
It was good. Yeah.
Yeah. We were over at my my in-laws' house with all the family and kids and all the stuff. And my oldest daughter, she's 9 years old, and she was very excited to stay up till midnight. So I stayed up with her until midnight, gave her the kiss, and sent her off to bed.
And you were
Quickly.
still dead yesterday.
Yeah, I was. I need 2 days. When I stay up that late, I need 2 days to recover from that. So, but anyway, she was very excited to bring in the new year at midnight. She
That's
doesn't get to
cute.
stay up that late very often, so that was fun.
The old kissed and dismissed.
Pretty much, yep. But it was a
Nice.
fun night. Yep, it was good.
Yeah. Well, I was up till like about 4 a.m. So
Yeah, you were out on the town.
I was downtown.
Well,
Yep.
that's
Dear
that's
Lord,
nothing
child.
unusual.
I know.
That's nothing unusual for you, though, Caroline. I mean, you're a bit of a night out. I don't know how you do that. And,
I don't either.
I make it work. Yeah. But it was crazy downtown.
I was about to say, it was downtown just nutty.
Well, luckily I wasn't downtown on Broadway downtown. I was towards Demumbrian. So it wasn't wild,
over
but
by the naked statues.
I was right near the naked statues.
Oh, okay.
That's right. I was working at a hotel down there. So it was good. Got to see lots of sparkly things and, feathers.
Well, good.
So it was good. Tyler?
Me?
Uh-huh.
Wait,
yeah, Colin,
we're
come
just
on
going to let
by.
that one
Oh,
go, David.
man.
Right? The sparkly thing is in feathers. Okay.
So I didn't do very much at all. I keep getting confused with Eve with day. I did a lot New Year's Day. I had a biscuit bar in the morning.
You had a biscuit bar?
Yes, made biscuits, laid out jam, jelly, honey, molasses, whatever. No gravy. Everybody keeps asking me about gravy. I'm sorry, I don't know. The company did not really request gravy.
So are
Just
these
have to put that out
homemade
there.
biscuits, or are these coming out of a can? Or are they mixed?
Homemade.
All right.
Mm.
Now, is this mom's recipe that you utilize, or where
It's-
do you get this recipe?
I found a recipe a long time ago after searching through the desert of multiple recipes to see which would
The
work.
desert.
A desert, honestly.
You gotta think there are a plethora of them.
It's really hard to find a good recipe that uses that actually allows the biscuits to lift. A lot of them will be, oh, that's cute. That's a little rise. No, this is a true like 2-story building type rise is what I'm looking for on my biscuits.
A cathead.
You don't have to take a
variety.
knife
Yes.
or a
What you're
fork
saying.
and
Okay.
open them. You just break them with your fingers, and it pulls right.
That's
in the
right.
middle.
It's just barely a suggestion.
The way it should be.
Exactly. So I've tweaked on a recipe that I've found, And I made one in the shape of 2026, and we ate it.
Nice.
Two-story biscuits.
You're so
2026
crafty.
now being properly digested. We're going to move on to the whatever questions we might have, or what other comments you have. I know it's this is that strange time of year when Christmas and New Year's hits kind of in midweek, and it disrupts our flow a bit. So I know we got Austin some trucks in before the new year was out, so we have a huge amount of stock in place, and it looks like
There you go.
There we
Oh,
are.
wow.
All right, very nice.
That's
That is
hilarious.
Yep.
so.
glad you
Which
got
of
that
those?
picture.
You're
numbers-
a square biscuit kind of guy?
Yeah.
Not a round one?
Obvious,
Square cut
obviously.
with a long knife, and
There
the
you
corners
go.
crisped up.
Ooh.
So, which of those numbers did you eat? I'm going to say you
All
ate
of
the
them.
6.
Actually, no. No, I left that to one of our guests. I ate the 2.
Which one?
Which two?
The second. The second
The
2?
second.
Well, see, the
Okay.
0 could actually be a combo donut / biscuit. There's a thing right there.
There might be
man.
a little bit of genius in that.
Okay.
Yep.
With some molasses on top of it.
Yes.
Oh,
And maybe a little something tucked in the little hole.
like a
Like
piece of
a-
bacon.
Maybe. Oh, that would be cool.
Oh, yeah, baby. Huh? Ooh.
Whoa, is this a cooking show or what?
could be.
Oh, man.
I make corned
what?
beef and
There's a
cabbage
lot
at
of
9
eating
o'clock in the
that goes-
morning. So, I mean,
Yeah.
There's a lot of eating that goes on this time of year for the last, since Thanksgiving, I guess. We're dotted on back to Halloween when all the candy breaks out. But now is the time for redemption.
okay. Got to get out and work in the garden and work off some calories.
That's right. Get to cleaning up. Well, I do have a shout out for somebody today. Today's my dad's birthday, and he's watching right now.
Happy
So
birthday.
happy birthday,
Happy
Paul.
Hey,
Happy
Paul.
birthday, Paul.
Happy birthday. And a few weeks ago, you brought us an absolute feast for lunch on a Saturday. You all showed up with all the food and the meat and the sides and the stuff, and it was fantastic. So thank you for that.
I did.
And happy
not-
birthday.
I never knew who was the source of that. So thank you very much.
Yeah, that was my parents. They brought a little Christmas lunch for
Very
everybody
thoughtful.
here.
It was delicious.
It was delicious.
That hash brown casserole, man, that thing
Yeah.
was money.
You're still thinking about
Still
it?
thinking about it.
Well, here's
whip me
something
up
else
another
for you to think about. So somebody came in yesterday, a very special somebody, and left a little gift for you
Uh-oh.
to open on air.
Really?
Well, it's not
Yes,
not a
really.
plant, I would say.
It's even got my name on it.
We'll tell you who it is after you open. Maybe you could guess.
Maybe.
I'll guess. Let's see if I can guess. I can't believe I'm getting a gift. I'm so
I know,
excited.
right?
I can't believe you already as many times you've asked for it.
I know.
All the
This is
times
great.
he's
Finally
like,
got a
y'all get
present."
me something.
What do we have here?
Oh, what's it?
Oh my God. Who did this?
There you go.
Really?
Pansy
This is
killer.
kind of rude. I know who did this. I guarantee I know
Who?
who did this. Joyce, I bet.
You got it. Yes, it was Joyce. Great to see you yesterday, Joyce.
Joyce, you had this shirt made for me. Like, did she get it made? Surely
bet
you
she
can't
made
just
it.
find this, huh?
I bet she made it.
It's
Joyce, you're so crafty.
it is so good.
It has sleeves on it. Are you going to take care of that?
I'm gonna cut the sleeves off,
Okay.
Joyce,
I love that
and
it's
I
bloody.
will wear it. But I gotta be honest with you, the pansies are not totally dead. Okay, I was gonna tell you a little bit
Oh,
about
okay.
that
So
later.
we get an
but
update now.
Oh, they don't die. They don't. That's why pansy has a very negative connotation as far as something that's not weak. Something that's not strong is something that is inherently weak, and pansies are not weak.
No.
Uh-huh.
The plants are quite resilient,
Are
and
you
they
looking
come
at the
back
size?
really well.
Yeah.
So
You know what else?
I
Yeah,
predict
I'm
viewers will.
a little bit mad at Joyce right now. She got me an extra large. Joyce, I wear a large.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
You just straight up went to extra large?
Hot water.
Extra room for the ego.
Oh.
Oh.
Thanks, Tyler.
oh.
You're just over there loving it.
There's
Y'all are all
strays
loving this.
coming from the side.
I tell you
over
what.
there.
He needed a 4X for that.
Yeah. David, there he is. Well, thanks, Joyce. This is very sweet. It's a great gift.
Well, we can't wait to see you in that shirt
Well,
without any sleeves on.
it's going to happen. After the show, I'll cut the sleeves off, pop it on.
All right. Well, give us
Well,
an update
that-
on those pansies.
And that is a good transitional from winter into spring shirt to wear.
Yeah.
because you say, hey, it's time to kill the pansies, be done with them. So and we're not there yet, obviously, but once we get into late March, early April, you need to be making that transition. It's just one of those things that's difficult to do because just like it's hard to get rid of the summer annuals in the fall, the pansies are equally so in the spring.
I think Austin likes to get ahead of the game.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Thanks, Tyler. I will give you an update on the pansies. Y'all do know that the 12-degree night, I froze them out with water. All the foliage looked awful. They pretty much turned to mush. Well, they've gotten better. All right. Now, what's interesting, I will say, I use blue and white pansies, okay? The white pansies, before I made my mistake, were the champions of the pot. They were showing the most color, looking the best, okay? After the event, where I pretty much pansy killed them, they came back or whatever, and it's fine. This morning, I was looking at them. Foliage still doesn't look very good, y'all. Not going to lie. Foliage is kind of rough. But the blue pansies are showing so much color. I mean, the pot is lit up with blue pansies right now. So, just so you know, flower power is there. Foliage power, not so much yet. Whenever weather starts to warm in the spring, it's going to be better. Joyce, then I'll rejoice.
Well,
There it is.
Judging by the forecast for the rest of the week, good opportunity for things to rebound and for all that to work itself out.
I got daffodils popping up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we got questions about that today.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Yes.
All right. So our first question comes from George about daffodils. George says, I love the podcast. I'm wondering if anyone else is worried about their daffodils. I planted a variety, some late winter, early spring, mid-spring for late spring alliums. The last week or so, some are starting to sprout. Talk me off the ledge. Are my daffodils doomed?
Step back from the ledge, George.
Yes.
Yeah.
Step back, buddy.
Step
Get
far
off the
back
ledge
from
first.
the ledge. This happens almost every single year where daffodils, we get those few warm days in December, coming into January, get some warm days, whatever. They're going to start popping a little bit. We've got a gentleman that works with us here, DC. Shout out to you. Yesterday, he was telling me his daffodils were starting to pop up, and he was asking me about that. So what's going to happen is you're going to see that green poking up a little bit. If we get really, really nasty, you might see a little bit of tip damage on the top of that daffodil. Is it going to keep pushing through that? Most certainly. They do. Every year, daffodils almost, honestly, I can't think of a year they didn't reliably bloom. They are coming up, and they're going to bloom for you every year. So be patient. They're going to just look at them chilling green, man. They're okay right now.
George.
Hey, I have a special request. Tyler, can you cue up the Miriam sounder?
Yeah.
Just go ahead and let's play that.
Hey, it's Miriam!
Yeah, and Renee and I were at Miriam's house on New Year's Day. They have a
Always a
big
pleasure.
event every year called, I think it's called Mary Bloody Mary.
Did you get an
serve
invite?
Bloody
I didn't
Mary.
know.
Did you get an invite, Austin?
Negative.
Oh, okay.
Thanks.
Tyler?
Anyway,
Nope.
No?
we were fortunate enough to make the invite list, and there were a lot of really wonderful folks there. And the point of all this is, in addition to acknowledging Miriam for being we did discuss the fact that she's the only person outside of the program. Well, actually, Josh, do you and I have a sounder? I don't think we do.
No.
Anyway.
Hey, it's David.
Anyway,
Scooby,
acknowledge
how you
the fact
doing?
that she has a special feature on the program.
True.
But we got Renee and I both got so many great comments about the program and people that watch and how much they enjoy the enthusiasm and the expertise we bring forth. I would admit, Josh, most of those were not directed at
me?
you
Yeah.
or me.
Oh, okay.
They were mostly the folks across the way there.
I understand.
So anyway, they were very complimentary of the 4X Austin and Killer
Yeah.
and Caroline, of course. So anyway, thank you guys for what you do every week. And I want to let you know that there's a lot of people out there that tune us in with regularity.
Yep. And I'll go back to what George was saying. George, the daffodils that I have at my house, which was built in 1946, I believe were planted sometime in the 60s, and they come up every year.
Mm-hmm.
So And I've moved them twice.
Yeah.
Do you have to believe that because you weren't alive during the early 60s?
I was too.
What time? When were you born?
62.
62. Okay, well, I said in the early 60s.
Dead on.
Huh? Yeah, it was. I'm a boomer. Just barely, but I'm a boomer.
But you are.
Yes,
Look at you go.
I am. My daughter said that I won the prize for had the most pockets on Christmas because I had a cargo shirt and cargo pants on.
All right.
Wow. A lot of pockets there for
I
all
had,
your
I
things.
think we counted 14.
You had 14 pockets on?
Boy, that could take you 30 minutes to find your keys.
Uh-huh.
Wow. It's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we did get a pansy question in
Okay.
from our good friend Herbal Essence. So let's get to that.
The herbal essence.
She says, y'all, I'm behind on my podcast, episode 123, Austin, Pansy Killer. Wow.
What?
This is not a live question. This came in over our little break.
Everybody's calling me
So
out.
kind of answered my question. Yes to fertilizing pansies with caution. So sorry, friend. And then how devastating to lose them with the watering mishap. But thanks for being honest. Definitely helps me feel better when the pros have those what did I just do moments. Not that I rejoice in your mishaps, but it is comforting. I guess my question is, can I go ahead and fertilize them in the winter, or will that be no good because the temperatures are lower? Just best to wait and fertilize with the correct amount in the spring. R.I.P. Austin's pansies, the herbal essence. Well, they're not dead.
They're not dead. Essence.
This
Because
is
they're
a great
planted
email,
in what,
Essence.
Dave? Austin?
Well, they are planted in our earth mix. And Essence,
Yes.
before we get there real quick, yes, you can drop some fertilizer right now, but like you said, and you know this, like without proper temperatures up in the 60s and even higher, you're not going to see that fertilizer really do much right now. Plus, your pansies are not actively growing right now. That's what I was saying about mine. They're blooming, but they're not really growing green leaves, okay? So you can certainly drop your fertilizer. It's just not going to do much until the weather consistently starts to warm up. So if you don't want to do that now, you can certainly wait until the early spring. Get it dropped and put it right on top of that earth mix, David.
Yes, and to set the record perfectly straight, rumors of their demise have been greatly exaggerated.
Yeah.
So.
I'll say.
And if you want to keep demise out of the equation on your planting, you really should consider using Earth Mix garden products. There's a complete line of Earth Mix, particularly suited for every different landscape situation, be it for planting just garden plants. With Josh, you'd use what?
Garden.
Okay. All right. Now, if you were doing landscaping and just doing a landscape situation, what would you use?
Landscape.
Okay, very good.
That's
Now,
true.
sometimes it calls for some very special individual ingredients, such as mushroom compost,
yeah.
and we know that as magic. We have earthworm castings,
Yeah, buddy.
known as Viagra.
Yeah, buddy. A little blue bag.
And then, you have many other specialized like Proganics O, which is an outdoor container growing mix, which is it's the perfect blend of soil and other inputs to give it enough ability to retain moisture naturally, but also allow it to perk and not stand in water. And of course, if you're doing indoor type plants, and which is more in Caroline's area, because she deals with the containers and all that. And shout out to Cassie. I don't know, we've ever shouted out to Cassie before, but Cassie's up in the foliage section up front. A kinder person you'll never meet. You need to go by and see Cassie in the foliage section if when you're out here. But for all your earth mix needs, come see one of the wonderful folks. I mean, and they're all over the area. Go to the Find Earth Mix tab on earthmix.net. And once you're there, all the different pins will magically appear on the screen.
They will.
Once the screen reappears, there it goes. And you'll see they're largely in the eastern U.S., Tennessee, Kentucky, northern Alabama. Either click on a location nearest you or put your address into the search box for turn-by-turn directions. Don't forget about Rocky Mountain Trees and Landscaping and I get their name wrong. Trees and Landscaping, or is it? Anyway,
I think it's Rocky Mountain Trees, and they're closed for the season right now, but they'll be reopening
spring.
April, May.
You should go buy all those Alabama dealers and express
And for
your-
those of us
your
in the eastern
dismay.
U.S., we tend to not close so much. So they're basically available year round. So there are a lot of mistakes you can make in gardening. One of them is to not use Earth Mix garden products.
True.
Because, Josh, I hear reliably that there's only 4 things you need to have success. And what are those?
Those 4: water, sunshine, plants, and Earth Mix.
The magic
yes.
is reluctant
happened.
this morning.
It's okay. It's still magic.
Okay.
Still magical.
Still magic.
Yeah.
We're working into the magical here as we transition successfully into 2026.
Yeah. Go buy all
So-
those Alabama dealers and express your sympathies.
All right.
For being
We'll,
so
um,
awesome.
Yeah, for being awesome
we'll-
Earth Mix dealers, but
Anyway,
Yeah.
I
we'll,
know where you're going with that.
What are you trying to say?
we'll digress from that last comment. and
someone
move
took belt
back
to
into
rear
this.
end with them the other day on a football game. So it's okay.
It happens.
Oh.
It's a game.
Couldn't happen to a better team.
Well, plants.
Okay.
Uh,
All
Way
right.
to keep bringing it, Josh.
I am. See, right here.
Yeah.
We didn't win either. So
Oh yeah. The Hort Report, you know it's all in his head. You want to?
Yeah. There it is.
Yep.
There it is. All right. New year, new
Yep.
things, new old faces, new people, whatever. New into horticulture. You know what? We saw a friend the other day, a couple friends actually, and his name is Rowan.
Yes, we did. get
Rowan,
to
he's
see
rowing
Rowan.
that boat. I talk about it. I've seen him. I hadn't seen him in a long time. He came out. He was with me for probably about an hour the other day. He was helping me out. He helped me load a couple pots. He was in a great mood. He just following me, and we
Was
were just
Martin with
chatting. And I showed him the whole place. Huh?
was Martin with him?
Nope. Just Rowan.
Just Rowan.
Just
No
Rowan.
Martin.
Yeah.
And it
It was just
wasn't
here.
Rowan Atkinson.
Nope.
either. Y'all know who Mr. Bean is. That's who he is.
Absolutely.
Nope. This was just regular Rowan.
Okay.
And he came out and he was here. And it got me thinking, like, he's young, okay? He's 16 years old, but he wants to get into horticulture. He was like, I really want to work here, I think, one day. And then it got me thinking, you know what? I'm going to give Rowan some little plant facts, just some basic plant facts about plants that I find that are very interesting, that I thought y'all might find interesting too. And especially Rowan getting into plants. This is like a little bit of a baseline start of some things. I don't know. It's random, but you know what? It's the new year. It's winter time and not a ton of things happening in the plant world. So this is where I'm going with it, all right?
Bring
so
it.
Rowan, I know you're listening because you're commenting. We've already seen you. You texted me this morning to see how I was doing. That was sweet. So here we go. First things first, let's start with the very, very basic seeds. The only way you get genetic variability in the plant world is by seed. Okay? Two seeds come together, they make a different plant. Just like humans do. Humans come together, they make differences with their offspring. Same thing with plants. The difference with cuttings, this is a genetic clone of the mother plant. So if you take a cutting off of a plant and you stick it and it roots, it is a genetic clone of that mother that you took it off of. So there you go. Isn't that fun? Hey, just real quick, you know what the most toxic plant on the planet is? The castor bean. And you know what's funny is you can buy castor beans in
Here.
seed form from pretty much any garden center around. But you know what? Only about 7 beans could possibly kill you.
Ricin.
So there you go. Ricinus
Ricin.
communis. Yes, that is the botanical name. What a beautiful plant to grow, though. But do not eat it. Rowan, do not eat it, okay? Speaking of toxic, did you know that every single part of a tomato plant is poisonous except for the fruit?
I did not know.
Is it that interesting?
It is.
Now, it's not like it's going to kill you poisonous, but it'll make you pretty sick if you start eating the leaves and stems and roots and all that stuff. So
Don't you do it.
just eat the fruit of it. Hey, let's go to corn for a minute because we all knew I was getting there. Caroline, you did. I know. You're always talking about my corn.
You're always talking about your
You're
corn.
right, but you're
You're
right
always
there with me.
thinking about
You're
your
egging
corn.
it on, though. You're always egging it on.
I
with
know
corn.
it's always something that you want to talk about that's like right there.
It's right there on my mind. So let's talk about corn. Whenever corn goes to have its silks, did y'all know that every single one of those silks, which is technically the style of the plant, that's the technical horticulture word, that's pretty much the tube to where the pollen starts at the stigma, the very top of it, and then it goes down to the inside of the corn. Did you know that every single one of those silks on that corn leads to one individual kernel of corn?
I did not know that.
See, you're learning stuff, Josh.
I am.
Not even Rowan. You're learning stuff today too. Okay, so every single one of those goes to a single kernel. Is that not interesting? And if they don't get pollinated, that style that brings to that kernel will not have a kernel on it if the pollen does not make that transfer down that tube. So that's how you might have a missing kernel every once in a while on a corn. Didn't get pollinated. There you go.
That's interesting.
Hey, you know what, Rowan? You know what the largest seed on the planet is?
I do not.
Coconut.
Cocoa nut.
Comes from a coconut. Coco de Mayo, I believe, is technically what it is. It's a funny looking seed, but it's huge. It's like the size of a backpack. Coconuts, okay? Largest seed
Size of a
on the
backpack.
planet. I don't know why I said that.
I don't think it's the size of a backpack.
It's like the size of a backpack. You look it up.
A backpack
Maybe
for
be
like
bigger.
a mini
Squirrel?
backpack.
No, like a
or-
big back. No, like a backpack. It's big, Caroline. It's a big one. Look up a picture. You'll
Like
see.
a full-size human adult.
Full-size human-sized backpack.
Like
Yep.
what I wear
Oh,
walking
wow.
down the road sometimes.
Yep. I don't know why you have a backpack walking down the road.
For
but-
all of my things that I need.
Okay. But anyway, yes, the largest seed on the planet comes from a coconut. So there you go. Okay. Did y'all know that trees don't push up from their main stem? Okay, so whenever you see a tree, if you go out there to that tree and you put an X on it at 6 feet tall, you come back 30 years later, that X is still at 6 feet tall. Trees do not lift up that way. All trees grow from the growing tips of the plant, and they get bigger that way. The only way they get they swell out and get wider at the base every year. That's how you get your tree rings. But that's a very common misconception that they do not do that. It's all from the tips. Okay, so that's something to know. A lot of people don't know that. Did you know that most of all of a tree on the inside of it, what it's made of?
Wood.
Pretty much. Yes, the
Got it,
heartwood.
Josh.
But did you know what the heartwood of the tree is actually pretty much consistent of? Dead cells
Wow.
is all it is. Just dead cells that turned hard and turned into the heartwood of the tree. Isn't that interesting?
It is.
Like a lot of the mass of the tree is just dead cells. Very, very cool. And then finally, wrapping up, a lot of people think that a tree has its canopy and that the roots of the plant go to the edge of that canopy, and it's a similar scenario. So if your canopy is 20 feet wide, your roots are going to come out 20 feet wide. Well, this is certainly true that it will go out 20 feet wide to the edge of the canopy, but a lot of people think that's where it stops. Negative. We have fibrous roots and tiny little root systems that go way past that. And they make a network with all the fungi and everything that's going on, mycorrhiza, all
I
that down
saw
there.
Avatar. I knew that.
See?
Yeah,
See?
yeah.
The roots keep going. So don't think that those roots just stop at that canopy. And there you go. Rowan, I hope you learned a little something. Josh, you learned something. Hope
I
all y'all
did.
learned
We all
something.
did.
Happy New Year. Thanks for that.
Bravo.
From the Pansy Killer. Joyce.
Wow.
Thanks.
That
Wow.
was, I mean, and you had it all in your brain. You weren't even really looking at notes there.
Hi, Jim. Mm-mm. It's just there, man.
I also looked up coconut seeds and yeah,
They're about the size of a backpack.
and shaped very interesting.
That's what I was about to say. I wasn't going to bring that up.
It's an odd looking.
Yeah,
It's an
that's a
odd looking
we'll
shape. Yeah,
say.
y'all
They're not
Google
round
Coco de
or
Mayo.
even oval. They're very bulbous looking. I mean,
That's a word.
They are, but that was great.
Thanks.
Proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. And Rowan, thanks for watching, buddy. It was good to see you the other day. And your
Yes.
grandmother, Dina. So
Well, speaking of Rowan, we did get a question from Rowan this morning. Rowan
Well.
asked, I have a couple plants that I need to move into bigger pots. How can I do that without hurting the plant?
Caroline, tell him, man, you're the repot queen.
It's pretty easy to repot. You're going to want to size up. If we're talking house plants here, which I imagine you are if you're repotting this time of year, you're going to want to size up like 2 inches in diameter, and that's across the top of the pot. So go ahead and pick your pot, Rowan, have it ready, have some soil in the bottom so you can get that line right to the top of that pot. We don't want to put that soil up against the stem of the plants on the bottom. And then you're just going to pull that plant out of the pot very gently. Sometimes I'll put it on its side and roll it to get it out if it's really root bound. And then check the roots. If they're very, very root bound, just growing around each other, you're going to want to loosen them up. You can take a knife to it, which can be kind of fun, but be very careful. You won't hurt the plant. It won't kill it. I cut the roots on mine often, or I'll just prune my roots back if I want to put it into a smaller pot, which is something you can do. But just work those roots in a little bit, stick it in its pot, pack soil around it, water it, and then put it back in its spot. That's really all you need to do.
You know what the plants he has, 2 plants, he's got a begonia and he's got a purple shamrock.
Rowan,
And-
those are two of my favorites.
I know, and honestly,
Absolutely.
those two are for a lot of people not the easiest on the planet to grow. And Rowan's had those since last year, and I asked him. He said they're still doing good. So, Rowan, you're doing something right, buddy.
You
Rowan,
find
send
a
us
happy
pictures.
spot for that oxalis, and you're going to be, yeah, buddy.
He says it still looks good. So, move them up, Rowan. Get them growing, baby.
And let us know how it goes, Rowan.
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 There it is.
Hey, someone's got a new nickname.
Rowan.
Yep.
All right, and then we
Keep
got a
that
live
doggy
question in
rolling.
from Joan. Joan says,
Hey,
Happy
Joan.
New Year. I have acquired an old farmhouse. That sounds amazing. And the shrubs are overgrown and are at least 8 foot tall. What's the best approach to take these down? Will hooking a chain to a tractor and pull them out damage the foundation? And then she sent a follow-up that says, instead of pulling them out, maybe just use the chainsaw and trim them down to size. Thank you for your help.
We need to know what they are.
Hey, I have an opinion on that one.
Uh-oh.
Briefly, I'm a chain and pull it out kind of guy. I really think that if you're going to go back in there and plant, which obviously that is the plan, you want to get those roots out of the way. If you just take a chainsaw and cut it off, you still have all that to contend with. Now, it's a timing thing. While we've got good soil moisture, and based on our precipitation for the last year, where we had 60 inches of rain here at the nursery, 55 officially at the airport. So still a lot of rain, pretty much no matter wherever you are. You don't want to do it when it's excessively dry. Now, it's maybe good to let the soil get dry on top so you don't rut the yard up.
Yep.
But if you have a large truck or a tractor to pull those out with, I have seen if you don't have enough horsepower, you might need to get in there and dig around it a little bit. But generally speaking, the machine will pull it right out. It'll make light work out of a difficult job, and then you can just pull it out. Don't drag it across the yard before you knock all the dirt off of the root system. And I don't know how many thousands of shrubs I've pulled out of the ground over the years, from hollies to junipers to yews to all kinds of things that have gotten overgrown. It's a good way to do it, but you could chainsaw it off, but you still have all that to contend with after the fact. So I would consider using that. Austin, do you have a different view by chance?
Not necessarily different. No, I think that's fine if you just kind of want to restart and get rid of them. I think it would be helpful to kind of know what we're pulling, because there are some things that you could certainly chainsaw to the dirt that are going to come back in the spring if you would want to keep them. There's some things that don't trim that hard. When you trim that hard on some things, they don't respond well to that. Like yews come to mind. If you trim them, if that's what they are. Joan, send us a picture. I'd like to see at least these shrubs, these 8-foot shrubs, see what they are. And then we'll go from there. But either way, pull them out, restart, or cut them back and see what happens.
Kind of need to know what kind of foundation you've got too. If you've got a stack stone foundation on an old farmhouse, you might have some roots that are snuck in between some of that stuff. But
Very possible.
And one little pro tip, if you use a chain, wrap the chain around twice.
Yep.
Don't just do it once and try to hook it. Do it 2 times and then hook it. That way it cinches up really tight so that as you're pulling it out, it doesn't just slip off and strip the branches.
and don't stand between the tractor and the bush.
Do
not
not,
sta-
under any
and do not
circumstances,
stand
stay
in that
clear
plane.
either side of it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's take your time. It's
Yep.
you may need to give it a few tugs to see how much resistance it's going to give you. Don't it didn't have to be pulled out in one tug, but if it's a smaller thing, certainly it'll do that rather easily. But even an 8-foot juniper, they don't have that much root system, so they typically will come out pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I want to see these photos.
Yep, send it in, Joan.
All right, we got an email from Andrea. Andrea
Hey,
says,
Andrea.
I have a stream in my backyard. I like to build a wildflower garden on the other side of the stream. That sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That side is presently privet and hackberry.
Gross.
I'm
sorry for you.
first.
Do you have recommendations for a garden bridge that can handle a wheelbarrow, etc.? Can wood hold up in our climate?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, certainly. Yeah, wood's the way to go for that. Josh, you know
why
all
don't
about
you
this.
take that
Yeah.
one?
Well, keep in mind that when you're doing the structure, that the posts almost anywhere you buy them are ground contact wood.
Yeah.
If you're going to use pressure treated, you could use cedar if you've got it available. I've seen some beautiful stuff from naturally harvested poles. Now, How big's the wheelbarrow?
The reason they use cedar for fence posts.
That's right.
Yep. And but just make sure you've got enough support on the joists that go between the spans that you're going to try to do it with. But yes, absolutely, you could do pressure treated wood without any problem at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 2x10 band, 2x8 joist hangers, maybe a little blocking.
Yeah.
Let it roll.
Oh yeah.
But that stream could turn into a raging river too. So put those posts in the ground with concrete.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Make something beautiful.
Yeah. Don't you? Huh?
Make something real nice.
Yeah.
I think Buffalo's actually building some bridges these days. Buffaloes are good old friends.
There's not much Buffalo can't build.
No.
He seems to be adept at a wide variety of skills.
Yep, on Del Thomas Road in Smyrna, Tennessee, my hometown.
Not the least of which is concrete.
We've seen some things, and I've watched this road because I pass through there nearly daily. Some of the bridges that were put across a creek that was there. You keep in mind that it's gonna age, and you're gonna have those days where that stream is gonna get up, and it's gonna be like Austin's front yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to put a bridge across your ditch across the front yard?
That's great.
Uh-huh.
Thanks for that, Josh.
That's okay. I mean,
We're getting
you get the good with the bad
as we approach the rainy season.
Yeah, but but wheelbarrow, you'll be okay.
Oh yeah, it'll be good.
You can't push it if it's too heavy to go across it. So
Or too high
good
in
point.
the middle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh.
And you got to go somewhere to get the plants to put in the wheelbarrow to take to the
Absolutely.
back. I don't know where you're going to get
Where
them.
would you go?
You know what?
I know.
And what a great segue that is, Austin. And if I get my finger over here
Uh-huh.
to
Don't
get
fall
to the
off the
spot
bridge
that
either.
gets
Put a rail
the,
up, at least on one side.
Well, you particularly as I have aged,
Uh-huh.
I have come to know that a handrail is a very handy thing. I never used to use them, and now I don't fail to use them.
Get the
And,
get the two wheels in the front wheelbarrow type too.
Yeah,
Trust me.
those are good.
Yeah,
those
buddy.
are good. Now, coming with age is one thing that Bates Nursery knows a little something about. Now, for 94 years, Bates Nursery and Garden Center has been bringing Middle Tennessee, the Nashville area, and many far-flung places beyond, Josh, the very best in plant material and more importantly, expertise. You can find plants at a lot of places when spring rolls around, but you got to come to a place like Bates Nursery, which incidentally, there is no other place like Bates Nursery.
No, there's no.
Because we have plants of wide selection, a full and complete selection all year long. So come out and see us. Have the opportunity, particularly right now, to get to be exposed to the knowledge base that Austin and others bring forth. We've got some great people on the staff that are true horticulturalists and really know their stuff. And so come out and take advantage of that while the season's kind of slow right now. And we are open from 9 until 2 today, incidentally. So our hours adjust back a bit during the springtime, before springtime, I should say. And because it's it's a preparation time of year. We're busily preparing for spring, and we invite you to come out and prepare for your spring. And this week, I took another liberty to write another newsletter this week, and I gave Sarah the week off and she does a wonderful job of writing it. But kind of talked about rainfall and the benefits of planting this time of year. And it's been 8 years ago now that I planted this hedge of emerald green giant arborvitaes along a property line. Now those things are, Austin, what would you say? They're way over 20 feet now, are they not?
Oh gosh, yes.
Which ones? The Green Giants?
Yeah.
Oh,
Green
yeah.
Giants.
They're huge.
Yeah. And, because of what weather and the rains can do for you, we only water those one time during the initial season. And I think I've only watered them one time since then. So if you want to get things in the ground with a minimal amount of possible maintenance. Timing is everything. You know, we talk about earth mix on here, and earth mix is the big part of that equation. So if you prepare your soil correctly and time it with the weather is working with you rather than against you, your success is almost assured. So come out and see us. See what all we've got. You know, don't take the winter off. Don't act like that you can't do it this time of year, because you can. And not only can you do it this time of year, you can have much easier, greater success, particularly for screening type projects. It's a great example of what you can do. Build a little time into the equation, like we did with that hedge, because these were they were about 4 feet tall, maybe even less when we planted them. So that's an example of a very fast growing plant. Not certainly, they're probably at the upper end of plants as far as how fast they grow, but in that spot, they've worked great. We'll help you figure out what are the best plants for your particular landscape situation at your home. Just bring out photographs, or, you know, on your phone or on your tablet. You can even bring actual pictures. You remember those, Josh?
Really, photographs?
You could bring photographs.
On
out.
film?
You could even just make a rough sketch.
Oh, okay, that works too.
And you don't have to be an artist. So come out and see us. Help us get your plan underway and get 2026 off on the right start here at Bates Nursery and Garden Center, beautifying Nashville since 1932. Bates Nursery and Garden Center.
And speaking of starting the new year off on a good new foot, tell us something, Caroline.
What's in room with Caroline?
So, David, you were asking Austin about trucks we got in this week. We got in a great Monrovia truck. So everything in this room is fresh off the Monrovia truck that we got a few days ago. So
And speaking of Monrovia, I know we've mentioned it before, but it's worth mentioning again. Our capable staff, which are those two right over there,
Them two?
got voted by Monrovia as the premier horticultural arrangers, I will call it.
Displayers.
Our display work is really spectacular, and a large part of that credit, if not the overwhelming majority of it, goes to Austin and Caroline. So thank you both for your efforts and to Monrovia for giving us such incredible things to work with.
Yeah.
Yes.
Seriously.
It made it pretty easy.
It was fun.
And
Well,
fun.
also, we've been displaying this room for 3 years now, or
3-4 years.
so
Yeah.
we kind of work well together when it comes to pairing things with things. So, and you did most of this room yesterday, so this is beautiful.
Things. Well, thank you. But it, like I was saying, it wasn't hard to do it because we got all these fresh plants in that look fantastic right now. So let's start in the corners above David and I. So this is going to be Pacific Fire Vine Maple.
That thing's money.
It looks like a coral bark, but it's not.
So
it's
cool.
more neon than a coral bark.
I've never seen it before.
It's like a bihu and a coral bark had a little baby.
Yeah.
And look at it. I kind of want one, but I don't know. She's got to get all her plants planted
It's a
before she
very
gets
interesting plant, y'all. Like, for real. You got to come look at it.
Bad price.
I want to see what it looks like when it leaves out. Leaves out? Leaves out. And then next to that, we've got Feelin' Blue Deodar Cedar. Now, I'm going to move back.
Move back.
Wow. These are so much more full than I feel like they typically are when we have them on the lot. I have one at home, and I love it, but it is a little bit sparse, and that's not a bad thing. But these are dense, they're chunky, they're cute, and there's a bigger size that I wanted to bring in, and Austin was like, Caroline, there's some smaller ones that aren't going to be as heavy, and they're going to be easier to get to the other side of the table.
Don't tell them about my laziness.
One quick note on that Feelin' Blue Deodar Cedar. My good friend Cliff Comstock, the late great Cliff Comstock, found that sport and was instrumental in development of that plant.
Cool.
And so, because he was a career employee with Monrovia, great guy. I mean, he was just a jewel of a guy to get to know. But that credit goes to Cliff Comstock for finding that sport and said, hey, there's something different about this, and being instrumental in getting the propagation department involved in it. And Austin mentioned taking cuttings earlier. That's how that happens.
Good work, Cliff.
Good work. Yeah, those are
load.
they're gorgeous.
That was 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Beautiful specimen plant. And then under the TV, we brought in these mint julep junipers. This is just 3 of them. Look how massive they are.
Yeah.
If you need something to cover up, I don't know, anything really.
Pretty much.
Here's your thing.
Crimes.
And they are just cover up your crimes. That's right. like my HVAC that looks terrible. This would look great in front of that.
Criminal.
And they also smell really good. It smells like Christmas in here right now because of these. Then let's go ahead and move down in front.
Concrete block foundation. They do great to cover that up. A lot of people,
bet they would.
Maybe they're on the slope.
Yes, that is very true. And down in front, we've got Scotch broom. Now, this is something that a lot of folks don't know about. You don't see it very often. I've got one at home that my wonderful parents got me a few years back. I've got it in a pot, but the way it looks right now is the way it's going to look through the winter. So it stays green, it stays up, it gives you a little bit of color, and then in the spring, it's going to have just like a blast of all these little blooms along those stems. Some are yellow, some are pink, some are red. But this is a really, really cool, unusual plant that you really don't see very often in the landscape here in Middle Tennessee.
Are they thirsty?
Really good choice.
No, I rarely water mine and it's in a pot.
Dapple willow replacement.
There you go.
There you go, Josh. And then just above that, shout out to Ben Trest.
Hey,
Hope
Ben.
you're doing well. One of our old landscape specialists. We've got the blue chip juniper. Now, the color that it turns in the winter, it turns this purple, which Ben would call burple. Which is
blue.
fantastic. So we've kind of got a rainbow of juniper colors on this table just with this one juniper, the blue chip juniper. And then behind that, we've got cotoneaster, spelled cotton Easter. So if you're looking at this, the little red berries on this little plant, another
Only
plant that's
one
going to
seed.
give you some winter interest. Really, all of these plants we have in the room right now are going to pretty much look like this time of year. Super cute. It can grow over ledges. You can prune it back. These have actually gotten a hard prune, so they're very, very healthy plants, very dense, and they're going to give you a lot of new great growth in the spring.
And they spread like crazy.
And they
according to the
spread.
label.
Yeah, they'll grow along everything. And then next to that, we've got Western sword fern. So this is another fern that's going to stay up for us through the winter. And Celeste back in our greenhouse, shout out to Celeste. She dwells in the shade perennials, fantastic, knows all about natives, all about perennials. She is doing a test between this, the Western sword fern, and the Christmas fern to see which one stays up and looks the best through the winter. We all know Christmas ferns. They're all over our woods here, but Western sword fern is another option that I believe is going to get a little bit bigger. And then we'll go ahead and move to our feature plant. We had to bring this in. It is the last remaining one. We got a whole truckload of stuff from Monrovia, all these beautiful hellebore that were in bloom. They all flew out the doors, except for this one. She is still left. This is going to be Ice and Roses Rose Linton Rose.
Oh,
lot of roses in that name.
I tell you.
But
And
look at that.
It's not really turned totally down
Knew
either.
you were going to say that.
It's kind of looking at me. It's like the Pixar lamp.
It is like the
Kinda
Pixar
like that.
lamp.
Yeah. Kind of looking at me. I like that.
It's beaming down on you.
Wow, and it's got Austin's approval, which we all know he hates turned down blooms. So
Approved.
approved. Is that going home with you today?
Negative.
Negative. I would
It's going home
never.
with somebody.
It is going on with somebody, that's for sure.
So y'all come out, look at all these plants that we got in from Monrovia. We got a lot more. This is just a small sampling. And again, like I said, these are things that are going to give you winter interest in your gardens here in Middle Tennessee. But we got quite a few photos in, so let's go ahead and get to those. So we're going to start
Let's do
with
it.
Colin.
Hey, Call.
Colin says, Happy New Year, Geo fam. Check out this incredible tree we found in Clearwater, Florida.
Hey.
It uprooted and then kept growing. Nature is so cool. And then he says, Toodles, P.S. I've got some beautiful pics of the cypress swamp. I'll send y'all shortly. P.P.S. Austin is the GOAT of all time.
That's a live oak, isn't it?
Thanks, Call. I can't tell what that is really, but it's beautiful and
It
cool.
is.
And
Yeah,
like he
that's
said, it just
amazing.
laid over and then decided I'm going to get back up.
I'm going to keep on going.
Florida
Beautiful.
tree.
Beautiful picture.
Yeah, I love that. And then our next one comes from Greg.
Hey, Greg.
Greg sent in a photo of his tea olive. He said, Are these leaves turning brown because of the cold or a pest or something else?
Oh, good question. Tea olive is it can be very cold sensitive here. Okay.
Yes.
So that looks like it's mostly topmost growth where most of the damage is going to occur first if we do get pretty chilly, which we have gotten pretty chilly. Let's be honest. So like less than 15, tea olive isn't all that happy, but I will say that the damage is pretty minimal. You know, I've got a couple camellias at the house that almost have that exact same look to them. on just a few leaves, though. Nothing like just crazy. So
Yep.
you're doing fine. If you hate those leaves, pull them off, and it's going to re-crack in the spring for you. I'm confident with that. So just kind of get rid of that damage a little bit, but you'll be all right. It's definitely not fungal. It's not bugs. So
Yeah, mine looks a little bit like that right now, too.
it's tea olive.
It is tea olive. And then Jude has sent our next email in. Jude says, "Good morning, everyone." And I think this is the first email we've received from you.
All right.
I would really like to thank Tyler for all his recommendations when I was in last Saturday searching for a specific size planter. I promised I would send a picture of the completed project. My future daughter-in-law cannot grow a plant of any kind, so I decided to make a stained glass monstera for Christmas. That is stunning. This one she can't kill. Thank you for all you do. It is greatly appreciated. Happy New Year. I moved this into the shed during the recent coldest weather for a few days and back out when it warmed up.
How does somebody just make something like that? That's
I don't-
phenomenal.
I don't know.
That is amazing.
I mean, seriously, it's beautiful. And I see the two little mushrooms down at the bottom. They came from here.
Yes.
We saw those little mushrooms.
She had those in her hand, and she was like, "I'm trying to find a pot." And that's when I found her in the middle of this project, which is incredible. I saw the photo of one of the leaves, and I was like, "Please, you have to share this."
I tell you what, our listeners have so much creativity. Like, it's unreal. Y'all keep sending pictures like this because this is just truly stunning. Like, I love that. And I just love the,
I don't
the
know
creativity.
how do you do that?
I don't know.
I also love that it's tongue in cheek. Like, she can't grow a plant, so you made this beautiful work of art for her to tend.
Yeah, for forever.
Yeah, it's so dear,
Seriously
so
cool.
sweet.
So creative. Yeah.
Amazing.
Way to go.
That
Bravo,
is-
Jude.
That is gorgeous. When I opened that email, I remember being like, "Oh, wow." So nice. All right. So we've got a live question in from Mark about wisteria. Mark
Mark.
says, "What's the best approach to pruning my 4-year-old wisteria? It's on a canopy."
Do it now. Do it often.
Well, the thing is, Josh, I mean, at least in my brain, like for this spring, maybe we let it be until it blooms. And then right when it's done, let's give that thing a severe cut because you might be lessening the blooms, for the spring if we really give it a hard cut now. So I'd say now, if you're okay with losing some blooms, you can certainly get it back in check now.
It's
but I
only
would say
4 years old. Probably not going to have any bloom.
it may not.
Yeah.
It may not. But if you cut it heavily, it's definitely not.
No.
So maybe we could just wait at least until spring, see if it blooms for you. Great, it's
And
going to be
reinforce
beautiful.
the canopy.
Yeah, and then after it's done blooming, let's give that thing a hard cut because you kind of have to with wisteria. It's a growing machine. It's a champ. Josh, you know.
Oh my word! I pulled 2 out from my house 15 years ago.
Yes.
We're still pulling them out. I mean, they just it's the gift that keeps on giving. So they're very tough, very resilient, and they're slow to bloom. So yeah, I'm like Austin. I would, if you got limbs that are bothering you, cut
Get rid of
them off. But I wouldn't cut them back hard.
Don't let them
never know.
wrap.
This
Don't
might
let
be-
them wrap too much either.
Wait for it. For a
Crush
little bit.
down pipes, wrought iron.
Yeah,
bars.
don't stand in one spot for too long because you might get wrapped up in them.
Yep.
Ooh,
It could,
And it's my
could
absolute
happen.
favorite flower.
It's so pretty.
and smells so good.
Yeah, there's not
You
much better.
had a rather impressive stand back on a home prior to where you live now. Did
I
you not get-
actually went by that home the other day, and I had planted it to grow up a trellis on a wrought iron rail on a carport. The carport is no longer there. They had to get rid of it because it literally took it. They had to take the
It ate it.
cardboard down.
They'll do that.
Yes.
They will do it.
I was getting it. Hey, we got a live question in from Rowan. We got one more.
Rowan.
Says, "I'm planning on planting elderberry and saffron, and I'm wondering what the best growing conditions are for that."
Desert.
What's he growing? Sorry, I was looking at
Saffron?
my fancy t-shirt. Elderberry and
Elderberry
saffron.
and
Elderberry,
saffron.
Rowan elderberry doesn't matter. Plant that anytime. That's kind of weedy around here. Saffron's a little trickier though. I remember Ben.
Shout out Ben Trest.
Shout out
one
Ben
more
Trest
time.
again. He really was into thinking about saffron, but I'm not sure it does all that. I don't know a ton about saffron. I'm not going to lie.
Grows in the desert.
It's a
Does it?
crocus,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Oh, it is. Yeah, that's right. It's type of
So
crocus.
it-
And
it
I
likes-
take it every night.
it likes cool
It
weather.
does help. It does help for sleep.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah.
And
I
makes your
don't take
food
it right
yellow.
off the plants.
It likes cooler weather, Rowan. So this
High
is
mountains,
the
yeah.
disembodied, now re-embodied voice of Tyler.
Hey, Tyler.
Hey, from what I was seeing online, it likes cooler weather. It's usually grown kind of in close to mountainy areas.
Turkey.
Yeah,
Ankara.
in
yeah.
foothills.
Deserty.
So
Oh, yeah,
think,
that's right.
Think like early spring. late winter, early spring. So I don't know if you need to establish it now. You definitely need to order some, or
You get like 5 little pieces of saffron off each one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's why it's so expensive.
It's a little treat.
Hey, and we got one more live question. What ground cover can I plant on a steep slope to prevent erosion? Full sun location. I have apple trees and was told juniper shouldn't be used since it causes cedar apple rust. Is that true?
This Cotoneaster
That is true.
This one right here might be a good option for it.
I was going to say that while Caroline was going on the tour earlier. Like Cotoneaster is like a perfect application for a hillside, the same way juniper is. But you do have apple trees, so we do want to avoid juniper as much as we can. So hey, Cotoneaster, why not? I mean, it's an evergreen plant that spreads across the ground, extremely drought resistant, got beautiful white blooms in the spring, followed by persistent red berries in the wintertime.
So cute.
I mean, you can't beat it. Try Cotoneaster, all
Can't
right?
miss.
The birds might eat those
Show
instead
off
of
that
your
shirt.
apples too.
Joyce, it's for you. It's on, man.
You have to stand up because you're right behind. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
I can't stand up.
And
I
he
don't know.
still
That
has his
size looks
sleeves.
pretty good on you.
It does with
I'm
the hoodie
it's over
and
top of a
everything.
hoodie. I'm not a 2X, people. Or a 1X. Not even a 1X. I'm
Larry's.
just a large.
Use it for Larry.
Okay.
Well, now everybody knows your shirt size, so maybe you'll get more shirts.
You can wear
my
your
top
doubled
layer.
up tank tops and then throw that on when it gets a little chilly out.
That's what I'll do.
There you
That's
go.
what I'll do. Thanks, Joyce. This is
Alrighty,
sweet.
folks. Music means it's time to go again already. The first edition of Gardening Inside Out for 2026 is coming to a close. Hey, folks, we love you. We love that you tune in to us. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your neighbors, wake the dog. Get everybody out there to let us know that we're here. So that's an old David Letterman. I stole
I love it.
man. Okay.
Still. Wake
Folks,
the dog.
We'll see you right here from the Green Room Studios at Bates Nursery and Garden Center. See you then.